Joining us now is Republican Congressman from Georgia, Rich McCormick. He's a member of the Foreign Affairs and Armed Services Committee. And thanks for making time for us today, Congressman. Vladimir Putin has a history of using negotiations to buy time. He knows the longer he can keep up his assault on Ukraine, the better the outcome for Russia will be. Look at this graph. This blew my mind today. This shows the intensification of Russian bombardment since the Trump peace process began. You just see how the number of drone strikes has gone up and up and up. Is there a danger here that Putin is just working the refs?
Oh, of course there is. I remember when this happened with Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we gave them a deadline. What they did was basically turn up the intensity of purging an entire race. So that's always a problem with deadlines. The nice thing is Trump's onto them. He literally recognized that they're stalling, shortened the deadline dramatically, and said, hey, look, you run out of this deadline, you're going to be sorry. And look what's happened. Russia is now coming to the table. They're already predicting huge success in peace talks. That means they understand that the time is over, that Trump's out of patience, he's tired of the stalling, and he wants to have something come to a conclusion. What he needs to realize, Russia has probably they rank 11th in GDPs in the world. They probably have a smaller GDP than 4 states in the United States. Although they're 10 times the size of the GDP of Ukraine and 5 times in population. If we gang up on them with Europe, you're talking about a $50 trillion GDP compared to 2. We should be dominating these guys. We make it harder on them with sanctions, and their life will be very miserable. So they have a lot to consider as they come to the table.
But what Russia does have is a lot of natural resources. They do have a lot of energy, and the president is targeting that with sanctions on India for buying Russian oil and all of that. And you're very right, but some of that cost will be felt by American consumers, right? So if the president does go for this maximum economic pain, it would necessarily drive up fuel prices for American consumers. Is that a price we should be willing to pay?
Well, first of all, realizing doing the right thing, what is the price we should do to do the right thing? And I think it's going to hurt India and Europe a lot more than it hurt us. We can be energy independent very easily by just turning up production. We have more natural resources than all those other countries. We don't need their natural resources. So quite frankly, this is up to the rest of the world to do the right thing on their part, to not consume oil that funds this war. When you talk about natural resources, Ukraine has a ton of natural resources. They're top 5 in resources internationally. They have cobalt, lithium, uranium, steel, you name it. And they're very important to the future of the world when it comes to resources that otherwise would be afforded for North Korea, Iran, and China. Pick your enemies and pick your friends very carefully.
All right, Congressman, we have to let you go, but I have to know, what what field is that behind you? Where are you?
So we're down at the biggest job fair in the nation right now. It's in Texas, Dallas, Texas. We're going to emulate this in Atlanta. We want to do the same thing, create a lot of jobs, have a ton of businesses. I think there's over 500 businesses here today with about 40,000 people visiting. It's a great marketing. I want to emulate the best. Representative Van Dyne is doing a great job fair down here. We want to do the same thing in Atlanta.
Don't let your constituents catch you rooting against the Braves. Okay.
Never. Not a chance.
If you'd ever been to Flowery Branch, you would know him already. But if you don't, there he is, Congressman Rich McCormick. We thank you.